Christopher Bell earned the checkered flag and a $1 million prize in the All-Star event, the final NASCAR Cup event broadcast on Fox this season. Bell's first win in the All-Star race comes after finishing no higher than 7th in his previous 4 appearances. But his late and questionable driving at the finale to catch Logano enraged others, particularly Logano. So, was Bell's driving so controversial? What about the gimmicky caution at the end of the race? Bell left happy and $1 million richer, while Logano left furious and with one more opponent. North Wilkesboro, how about that one? Bell asked, smiling. That right there is absolutely incredible. North Wilkesboro, best short track on the schedule. He also agreed that the historic short track should host a points race in the future before praising his number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing pit crew. Man, they're the best. There's nothing else to say. This sport can be so humbling because behind the car, behind the wheel, you're just a small part of success. These boys right here, Adam Stevens, crew chief, on the pit box, all the mechanics, all the engineers that put this thing together, they're the big picture. I'm the guy that gets to sit up here and talk to you and take pictures, but without them, I'm nobody. I owe it all to these guys. Joey Logano, who was on older tires, tried everything he could to hold off Bell in the last laps, but lost the lead after being pushed up the track in the final 10 laps. He was dissatisfied with the way he was raced, as well as the promoter's caution in preparing the sprint to the finish. Ross Chastain finished 3rd after trailing the 2 leaders throughout their tense battle, with Alex Bowman in 4th and Chase Elliott in 5th. Chevrolet also won the Manufacturer Showdown, a new reward added to the 2025 All-Star race. The remaining top 10 included William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, and Chris Buescher. While Bell won the big money prize in NASCAR's All-Star race, Logano was left dissatisfied and humiliated at the finish. Joey Logano didn't win consecutive NASCAR All-Star races, but he gave it his all. The Team Penske driver led the race until the promoter's yellow light flashed with just under 40 laps remained. The controversial new rule for this non-championship points exhibition race allowed the race promoter to raise one caution flag at any time between laps 100 and 220 of the 250-lap event. Logano finished 2nd to Christopher Bell, and he was unhappy with both him and Speedway Motorsports CEO Marcus Smith. "I'm glad you had a blast," Logano told a NASCAR on Fox reporter. "I'm pissed off right now. Just dang it, we had the fastest car. The Shell Pennzoil Mustang was so fast. You get to, I'm trying to choose my words correctly on the caution situation. Obviously I got bit by it, so I am the one frustrated obviously. Gosh, I don't know. I felt like the fall off wasn't too bad as the sun went down and, yeah, 6 cars or so stayed out with us. Thought maybe we could hold him off, but the 20 Bell had a good enough restart, cleared too many of them too fast. I couldn't get away in time. It took me 6-7 laps to get my car up and rolling again." Logano persisted, seeking to control his irritability. "I did all I could do to hold him off, and he got under me and released the brake and gave me no option. Kind of just ran me up into the wall, and if I could have got to him, he was going around after a move like that, I just couldn't get back to him. Just too much to try to make up with the tire deficit. Just frustrated after you lead so many laps and the car is so fast and you don't win, it hurts quite a bit." Logano elaborated on Bell's race-winning move during a subsequent media scrum. "It is what it is," Logano said. "I don't know. Okay, yeah, sure. He did it good enough that I couldn't get back to him because I was going to show him what fair was, but I just couldn't get there. I just couldn't get there with the tires. I couldn't get away fast enough. It took me 6 or 7 laps after that restart to get rolling again, and then he passed too many cars there the first couple laps, and then he was there. I was doing all I can to play defense until my rear tires would come in, and it just took too long, and then he was gone. I couldn't catch back up. It's frustrating when you lead that many laps. You had the fastest car and a gimmick caution beats you. It just sucks, but it is what it is. You move on, and we'll be happy that we had the best car the last 2 times that we've been here. I wish we had 2 wins though." When the promoter issued a caution, via Michael Waltrip, who actually dropped it on the racetrack, the majority of the field pitted for new tires. Logano was one of 5 drivers who chose to continue driving on old tires in the hopes of surviving. "I'm all about no gimmicks with the caution," Logano said, chuckling but plainly agitated. "I am all about that. Me and Marcus Smith aren't seeing eye to eye right now, okay? I've got to have a word with him." Joey Logano was disappointed after losing the 2025 NASCAR All-Star race to Christopher Bell. Logano told Fox Sports' Reagan Smith after the race that he disliked the promoter's caution and had the chance to spin Bell. Joey Logano aimed to win the NASCAR All-Star race for the second year in a row and the third time overall. Logano appeared to have regained his flow following a slow start to the season, winning his second race in 3 weeks. Earlier this month, the reigning Cup Series champion triumphed at Texas Motor Speedway. Logano finished 9th last week in Kansas. Christopher Bell responded to Joey Logano's discontent with him after the NASCAR All-Star race at North Wilkesboro Speedway. During his post-race press conference, Bell was asked about Logano's discontent with the way he raced him Sunday. Was he frustrated? That's intriguing, Christopher Bell added. I genuinely would not have guessed that. Bell then explained why his race with Joey Logano was not unusual. I had got to him a couple times before and he made it very difficult on me, as he should. I got my run, and I took the moment as I should, Bell explained. I don't think that I did anything that Joey has not done, and I've seen Joey do much worse. We will continue on. The Athletics' Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi also discussed the three-time champion's comments. Was Joey Logano out of line? Logano gets out the car and he's like, oh, he was going to go around, I was going to send him. The move he did, all this stuff, Gluck said on the Teardown podcast. It was like Logano was outraged or incensed, it seemed like, that Bell had done this. I'm just like, what? I don't understand what I'm watching here. Did I miss something? Because I feel like Logano raced him plenty hard, moved him up the track, and like Bell, I thought Bell raced totally fine. Am I missing something? What happened here? No, I didn't understand that either because I walked over to Logano and I heard the end of his comments and I'm like, what did I miss? What did I miss? Like, Bell didn't do anything, Bianchi responded. Honestly, I think Bell raced pretty darn clean, all things considered. In a non-points race where it's kind of excused if you're going to move people around and it's okay to spin somebody out, I don't think Bell did anything wrong. Bell, all things considered, raced him fairly clean. And let's be honest, if the shoe is on the other foot, Logano would have done the same exact thing as Bell. There's a long enough history to suggest that, and that's not a criticism. That's who Joey Logano is. That's why he's a three-time champion in a lot of respects. Like, I don't know how you can be critical of how Christopher Bell raced. He raced you fair, he raced you hard, but he didn't do you dirty. He didn't push you into the wall, he didn't spin you out. Like, he didn't just move you up the racetrack aggressively. All things considered, that was very on the up and up. Honestly, it appeared to be a clean pass from Christopher Bell. Other drivers were far more aggressive while attempting passes, and they leaned into each other in turns. Joey Logano will be upset that he lost the race, but I believe that if he sees this race again, he would understand that it was not as nasty in the end as he had imagined. However, he may be upset about that controversial promoter caution. If so, he will have to confront NASCAR again. So, what are your thoughts on it? Was Logano robbed out of a win by Bell's poor pass, or a dubious caution gimmick? Let me know your opinions in the comments section below.